All right, everybody, welcome back to the Captain's Draft 3.0 group stages presented by Dota Cinema and Moonduck TV. We are here in our second game of the day, our second series of the day. It is Evil Geniuses versus Vega Squadron. Both teams 1-0. Both teams looking to get to that 2-0 here in the group stages. After just witnessing Liquid versus Mama Boys, we are here with our second series. Of course, on Moonduck TV, my name is Juan. Joining me today, as always, is Pimp Muckle, as well as Purge. How do you feel about this series, and who do you think is going to win, Purge?
God, I have no idea, man. Both these teams are amazing. Vega Squadron had a bit of a poor showing at the Ranger, but they were like a team to take the best of 3 off of me there, and they haven't really concerned by any means. So either taking this here, and I'm looking forward to a really good best of 3.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Vega yesterday also 2-0 Team Liquid rather handily. You could argue that maybe the draft came into play, and Team Liquid, who just had a great series up against Mama Boys, I mean, there's no slouch. So Vega able to accomplish that is some pretty impressive stuff. But Evil Genius is consistently in the top 2, top 3 of Dota teams worldwide. Only going down to eHome and MDL again, having a great run through that tournament. And we'll see what they go for as they start with the bans of the Tiny and Io. And let's take a look at the hero pool as well. Anything really stand out to you here?
Most of the agility heroes are kind of bad, so that's the first thing. There's a Slark. Slark's been very popular in Captain's Draft thus far this season. We've got Ancient Empress, and there's a Chen who happened to make it through. Hasn't been the last ban from EG yet, and it'll be a Witch Doctor, surprisingly. So Chen makes it through. Vega's going to first pick it, so this is pretty surprising to see Chen squeeze through here. But EG could respond with something like an AA plus a strong mid hero, like Lina, for example, and the draft off.
Yeah, Sumail does love to play Lina. There is a Storm, but they don't really pick that hero anymore for good reason. That hero has been absolutely butchered. Speaking of butcher, there is a Pudge. I doubt that'll get picked. There's also nominated. There's also, interestingly enough, EG love to run the Lycan, so there is a chance they decide to go for that as well. There's a good chance they play the safe lane. Yep, that as well.
They do a couple off normal carry heroes that have a lot of physical damage. Both of them would be decently useful. The Grabber Crystal Maiden, though, which is a good solution against Chen. His early roam you couldn't shut down a bit by using Frostbite, so it seems to be one of the few reasons it's series and on we're actually very good the previous.
Yeah, the Rubik NCM game he absolutely dominated, but well, it's PBD's
I'm surprised to see Earthshaker. ES is a very strong hero. He's arguably one of the better offlaners in the pool. He's not really like a top tier offlane hero right now. Just a couple months ago, he was very commonly picked in the offlane. I think doing Earthshaker plus Chen as a dual support would be a little bit too weak in terms of setup, so I think it's going to be an offlane Mag Earthshaker. Like, it's very common for Mag to play yes anyway, so
we'll wait to see. There's a good chance that could be the case. There's a lot of options here still, though, for the draft. It's going to go by very quickly, though, and you're exactly right, though. So we talked about Evil Geniuses, what they could pick for carry, but for Vega, it might be a bit more difficult. They actually have played a lot of Slark before, and I would not be surprised to see something like an Ursa. They'll pick up the Omni Knight as their more than likely secondary support, Earthshaker in the offlane role, and then Evil Geniuses will go for the Ricky.
It's here, boy. It's happening. Oh my god, the Ricky finally having Clinks is going to get picked up as well. How are they playing this Ricky?
Offlane?
Oh my god.
Universe offlane Ricky?
Well, no, I think it's going to be a support, and it's going to follow Chen around. They wanted a solution to the Chen, and they opted for the invisible hero.
It's like a worse bounty hunter.
It is a worse bounty hunter. I completely agree with that, but we'll see if they make it work. I have a feeling it's entirely about slowing down the Chen. It's also a diffusal blade carrier, so it's going to be good against Omni Knight. You pretty much always buy on Ricky, and this perfect storm of events where each is like, all right, it's a Ricky pick, and the memes, let the memes begin.
The dank memes. Oh. If RTZ was playing Ricky, that'd be absolutely outstanding. But that's not going to be the case. I know how much people want to see that, but unfortunately, that'll not be the case. There's the Ursa coming out as well, so there's a lot of damage coming up from Vega Squadron now. Early roast potential, but they are on the radiant side, of course. The Ursa plus Omni is great because you just get repelled. You can just jump in and have a merry day. Just go and clown around, essentially, with the Ursa Warriors. So there's a lot of damage coming out.
I don't know. I just think it looks like a pretty decent Ricky game. Diffusal blade is, first, if there's no repel on Ursa, then no cloud to make miss a bunch. Very much damage.
Wow.
Pick Storm for the last, which is going to allow them to get Ricky and Clinks fairly straightforward. The damage of Vega Squadron is a little lacking. It's all pretty much coming down to Ursa and Storm Spear with a little bit of Echo Slam in there. So EG get off to a good start and they get some good pressure on the map, then they could possibly just snowball over Vega.
Both of these teams are very interesting. I feel like Evil Genius is a very squishy lineup. If they get caught and get bursted down by Ursa, they'll be taken within half a second. They'll be killed almost instantly, plus the purification that comes out. You mentioned, however, there is a lack of damage, and so if they can avoid the Ursa, if they can avoid the Storm Spirit, there's a good chance they could do and dish out the damage themselves, because, of course, Evil Geniuses can do a lot of damage between Alina, CM, even to support Ricky, and then the Clinks, of course, with his searing arrows. So there's a lot of damage from Evil Geniuses. The last pick's going to come out might be an offlaner. That'll probably be what it's picked up as. The Clinks is going to be played safe lane. More than likely for RTZ, mid Lina for Sumail, CM, and then, of course, the Ricky support duo like you were talking about. And they need a hero for
What do
Universe.
they do? It's Phoenix, Abaddon, Bristleback. Okay, it'll be Bristleback. Bristle's pretty okay against Ursa. It's not amazing. I don't like the Bristle pick too much. I feel like Universe is forced to do a carry role that he's not capable. He sells so much on team fighting roles.
Yeah.
That I Bristol is a bit interesting.
He doesn't play this hero that much either. I mean, he's known for playing a multitude of heroes, and I don't think Bristleback is one of those heroes. But they did need a tanky frontliner, and they will get it in the Bristleback. And is the No One Storm Spirit coming out for Vega Squadron, the Magro Shaker, as we talked about, and Posh is going to playing the Ursa, unsurprisingly. So I like the draft as a whole from both squads, but I have to, I think, give it to Vega, just based on the fact they have a Chen, they have an Omnium, they have very good support duos. They don't have much lockdown, with the exception of the Earthshaker and maybe the Storm a little bit later on down the road, and of course Chen's creeps. But I think Vega can maybe exploit the fact that Evil Geniuses have some squishy heroes on their team, and we'll wait to see if that's actually the case.
Well, I'm gonna keep an eye on him to see what. He starts off with an Orb of Venom. He gets 2 sets of regen here, and he's also got a couple sentries and obs. So I'm sure that he's going to follow the Chen around this game and just right-click him and try to steal last hits. And he's a good shot at it. Because with Cloak and Dagger here, he's going to get 50% extra damage from his agility. That means he's going to be backstabbing for a little bit over 50 damage. Not very good at level 1, but as he levels up and gets more agility, just by naturally leveling, he is going to be able to steal some of those neutral creeps.
Yeah, and the thing is, Solo does have some detection, unsurprisingly. They're going to treat this like they're playing up against a bounty hunter, which I think is the right play. They can maybe sentry down mid so that there's not a gank coming out from the Ricky, although it's a bit different. He does have an Orb of Venom, obviously, so he is a little like a bounty hunter, but he doesn't have that slow like he would have from a Janata. He will have, obviously, the smoke screen, which does provide a nice 25% movement slope, but the radius is very small at its first level. He'll head deep into the jungle right now, and he will not participate in this top rune spot, as Vega are going to take this rune. It looks like bottom rune spot is being grabbed by Sumail for EG.
First he the next thing you probably should do is try to snipe, and he do actually better than about can.
Yeah, he's got the damage too. 40 damage. The courier is coming out, but guess what? The Chen's nearby, and he's going to grab it. He's going to get the salve and I think ferry it up towards No One. So, yeah, nice play from Solo there.
It's actually just straightforward that a Chen should do this always, because you're waiting for the creeps to respawn at 30 anyway, so you can actually use your hero to not waste any efficiency. And Fear shifts up, drops another sentry to block another large camp. It's going to hurt Earthshaker, and it's going to hurt the Chen.
Yeah, so this is already an okay start for Fear. We'll see how progresses. I'm a bit concerned that he won't get much done, and this could be a good start for Vega, but we'll wait and see.
I mean, it's not the how he's getting stuff done is really the big question, because if he denies experience, if he denies the opponent from getting experience, it's also himself from getting experience.
And if he had boots right now, Solo would probably be dead. He's actually doing a lot of damage to him. Solo's going to have to use one of these tangos, and Fear obviously is going to miss out on experience, much like a bounty hunter would, but he's going to be behind Solo, which is, essentially shadowing him the entire time, which is going to be very disconcerting for the Chen player. But this will free up at least a couple of other lanes for Vega, more than likely, as I think down bottom, Pasha will probably get decently good free farm here. But
actually, I realize that EG is doing here. They're putting the Bristleback that's more potential. Really, Bristle needs to do more damage. He needs his opponents to not give him simply away. So putting him with the CM means that the Ursa is going to get more farm than he would if he was in the solo offlane. He's not just going to get easily zoned by the Ursa, and EG is going to get a lot more out of one of their best players.
Universe is like, I need you to get Arcane Aura as quickly as possible, all right? I don't want to have to go for a mana item, and the Arcane Aura plus the Bristleback is absolutely amazing. He already gets up to level 2. He didn't actually really jungle, so he got that pretty quickly just from the lane. So that's interesting. There's a sentry. They're going to get the boulder tossed off. They're going to get the dust as well. Fear might be the first blood. Seema's going to come in with the purification. He's slowed up as well. They've got another boulder toss in 23 seconds. The dust is about to run out here in about 15 some odd seconds. With the purification, they should get this kill. There it goes. Dust is now worn off. He won't actually die, and they're going to go ahead and frostbite the mud golem. And it should fall.
Very small fear mistake there. What he should have done is attacked. That way the dust doesn't slow him, because then he would have been invisible for 6 seconds. Because he didn't attack, he was invisible with the dust slow on him, and he's slowed by 20% movement speed.
PPD has to go ahead and frostbite Steam of the Slayer. They've got purification. They're going to deny up the boulder tossed mud golem. They're going to use the shard golem. The second mud golem could go for the boulder toss as well, but they decided not to. Now they're going to use it on fear instead. There's a lot of action here, but here comes Sumel coming with the LSA as well. Here comes Universe. They're going to try to find first blood. Solo in trouble. Frostbite. They get the purification off, but now Steam is out of mana as well. He's tanky, but I don't know how tanky he is. Another quill spray will do the job. It looks like Universe will get the second kill. 2 quick ones picked up for Evil Geniuses. That's a big start for them.
A really good fight for them. The dive was pretty deep, and it lasted a long time, so they were able to show up and their allies.
That was maybe a little too aggressive from Vega. I liked what they were going for, but it took way too long, and they spent a lot of time out of lane, not getting experience, and they just lose 2 kills, just like that.
These early fights are pretty important for EG, since they do have a support Riki. They're going to be very under-leveled in the mid game, so important that he helps a lot. Oh, Universe die.
Fairy Fire coming through. Overpower is being used up. There's the Earth Shock as well. He's in trouble. Another quill spray. Can he do the job? He's slowed up. He'll go down, and Universe stays alive. That is a huge pickup, and Universe, with 1,200 gold now in the bank, has to go home. Luckily, no Zeus Ult or Sunstrike available this game, as he is at about 5 HP, now up to 25. Dear Lord.
Those red there, but absolutely. That's obviously traded the Earth wasn't there, but absolute knife's edge kill there, and that's going to get Riki level 2 and some very much needed experience.
Boulder toss, there's the pull in from no one, but they got the TP coming in. LSA is going to fly. He doesn't have the mana for a Dragon Slave. Now he does, excuse me, and he gets it off. And Solo might actually be in trouble as well. Crystal Nova and Sumel gets a double kill as Pippity has a great TP in immediately as he was getting pulled by that Storm Spirit.
Now, I wish Slacks was here, because then I could be like, hey, Slacks, see how he got that double kill? He wouldn't have if he didn't skill Crystal Nova like you do. Really, tears. I just sound really bitter. I'm saying that.
No, it's alright. You're allowed to when on Slacks' behest.
Well, it looks like Fear's going to go the 1/1/1 skill build on Riki, which makes a lot of sense. One of each of these abilities is really solid. Fear still has Brown Boots with an Orb of Venom, so he's pretty good at chasing, but his levels in his farm are not going to accelerate very fast unless he gets some levels later. And this is, I haven't played support Riki yet. I'm just kind of theory crafting here, so I could be completely off base, but I just feel like or late game Riki's not going to have anything, and he's not going to contribute.
Yeah.
Tricks of the Trade is it's okay team fight ability, but if you don't have a lot of levels, you have a lot of items. It's basically based on how much agility you have, and that's pretty item based. So I just feel like while Riki is being useful right now, he's not going to be really useful in the late game if he continues just roaming.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be essentially a glorified silence at some point, or a good hero to get vision with, because he has that permanent invisibility, and or rather the cloak and dagger as they changed it up. Now rotating, Solo is going to get this spotted out as Fear is nearby. The sentry will drop down, and Fear destroys it immediately as he drops the sentry down and eats it with the tango. That is an unfortunate observer ward placement, and Solo comes in at the wrong time, and he's like, you've got to be kidding me. And by the way, Solo's only level 2. It's not like he has not been able to juggle effectively, and a lot of that is due to Fear.
Yeah, in the sentry wards, and they only started respawning recently, and he's probably been playing a little bit careful with where he's getting his experience, because he's worried about the Riki being there, and for that reason, it's actually been quite useful that Fear's actually just been walking around and not even harassing. And he harasses people, he reveals that he's there, even if that harass can sometimes be worth it.
There's the smoke screen coming out. Can they get the frostbite off? It looks like yes, they can. He's got the ball lightning though, but he will be able to get away. The Crystal Nova flying through. He's trying to bait this as best as possible. There's the Fisher. He's gonna try to turn this to PPD. Dragon Slave, he avoids it beautifully. LSA, that'll be out of the creep. Sumail might be in trouble. Testifate. The damage isn't really there, but they will lose PPD. Now another smoke screen, and he's gonna try to turn on this. Shockwave will fly through. There's the fire up as well, but the Dragon Slave grabs the kill. He's a bit too aggressive, and here comes Artesia as well in the backside. Universe coming in. Great purification. They get the repel off with the physical damage of the quill sprays. He it up, and Mag uphill miss. They will not be able to grab that kill, but what about Seam of the Slayer? He's about to fall. Stick charge. Purification will go, and Universe with one more right clip will get a double kill coming out, and it's 8-1 all of a sudden for Evil Geniuses. Fear going to work. He's going to jump in. He actually gets off that blink strike. Great enchant totem, though, and Fear will not be able to get this kill. He was so close, however. Still, it is 3 for 1, essentially. Ball lightning. They're looking for this kill, and no one can't quite find it, as Fear has gone the other direction.
He's doing a great job so far making this support rookie work. He's gotten a lot of kills. He's dewarded some important wards, and he secured the kill in the Storm Spirit. Huge.
Yeah, that was... Also, no one kind of staying around a bit longer and not expecting Sumail to pop up that Dragon Slave. RTZ is going to be going ahead and shadowing Solo at this point. He has Strafe. He's got the Searing Arrows, and he's going to go right to work. But Seam of the Slayer is here. He's going to pop the Shadow Walk and get away. They had Dust, but they couldn't quite find that kill even with it. And so he'll just head back into the jungle and maybe look for a Death Pact target here in a moment or two.
Got a very high last hits, and Clinks as a whole is actually pretty good against Chen, since Chen does raise the HP of his creeps a bit, though whenever you eat that, it's going to give you more HP.
Oh, this is going to be a Laguna Blade on Decima. No, not yet. They're just going to right-click. He's going to get repelled up, and he'll go down. Actually, Arteezy gets the kill from high ground. Nicely done. 2 Invis heroes, one with a Cloak and Dagger. The other one had the Invis rune, and they just follow him down and bring him down pretty easily. And that's a nice little kill going away with Evil Geniuses.
So Ricky's going to go back and heal for this. He's still only level 4, so now his levels are going to start dragging a little bit.
Universe in trouble. All the heroes coming in for Vega Squadron, and they'll get this kill with the pull coming through. Good Enrage. 9 Pasha will get sent back home as well. The Chen will use the Test of Faith and get him out of there, and of course that means that it's an easy kill, and a little bit, that's actually a pretty big kill too, because Bristleback was doing well, and with that kill, that allows Pasha to get up a little bit higher in terms of net worth.
Yeah, I think they sent it back because they were fearing that Ursa was going to get a Laguna Blade in there and be put very low. Definitely would have been close to getting a kill. So the send back's fine. He had a Salve, could have stayed out, lose the Slate efficiency, but better to be safe.
RTZ
getting killed.
He's down bottom, along with PPD in the jungle. It looks like he actually might be in trouble as the squad of Sioma and Mag are going to run on through. They've got Fisher and Equislam, but bottom lane also Posh is nearby. RTZ will go ahead and Skeleton walk away, make sure he doesn't get caught underneath that tower as he's putting pressure with his treads up. He did a lot of damage to that tower, but he will back away. And they'll get farm as well. As now Fear is actually getting farm and experience on his own. He's almost up to level 6. You know, Tricks of the Trade early on is not great, but it's really the itemization that you talked about. It's going to be really important for him.
Well, it's just nice that he has so many heroes that can farm different places. Like Crystal Maiden can jungle, Lena can jungle, Bristleback can easily jungle, Clinks can jungle, he can farm the enemy's jungle. It allows Ricky to now shift to the safe lane and just get last hits, and he can get them very fast if wave there, because he just does damage. So he's basically through double damage on the back of your cruise, gets him catch up, and power treads, he can do a lot.
Yeah, he could swatch those agility treads and do even more damage, and we'll see how effective he's going to be in these team fights. He's almost got his level 6, which is pretty good timing. What about Courier? Might get caught out. Arteezy comes in. I think he popped a straightforward as well, and he picks up the Courier, which I think had just a circlet instead of Sentry Wards in there. The dust will fly through. He actually misses the Centaur Conqueror stop. The Skeleton Walk will go. They'll chase after him. He still is in some trouble. Mag's going to come through. Oh, he misses the Fisher. He dodges it completely. Coming in is going to be the Ball Light. He's running out of mana. The Earthshock misses as well. The Smoke, they used another one. Dust again comes out. Now the pull will come through. They have to use so many spells that Arteezy will fall. They get the kill nonetheless. He just ducked and dived 2 or 3 different times there. It was pretty impressive.
So dodge.
He did. Duck, dive, dip, duck, and dodge, I believe is the...
Dodge, dive, dip. So, I'm not supposed to say that. Whoops. He dicked. That's what he did.
LSA will fly, and Sioma is going to get caught with a Laguna Blade from Sumail, who picks up an easy pickup, and that will provide him closer and closer to his Yule Scepter. All right.
You know, I think RTZ's move there was actually worth it. The Courier Sniper were so much gold. It's like 900 gold.
Ricky going to work. He's actually going to go ahead and TP away as no one was going to find that kill. Oh, he gets it in the well. Oh, that
so
overload.
Big Storm. And like, he didn't even trades yet, so any kill that he can get is massive here.
That's a huge pickup to 1,000 gold now. Down bottom, Pasha might get caught up, but here's the bag. Mag coming in with a huge Fisher coming through, looking for perhaps a... Go slam if he wants to try to get it off. The PPD's going to come in. There's the Frostbook, but the comes in instantly afterwards. Sumail pops up the Dragon Slave as well. He's not quite at his Yule Scepter yet. This will provide some room mid for RTZ to get that tier 1 tower, and he's able to do so easily. But everyone's rotating bottom, and Vega want to try to fight this. They'll recall the creeps in from solo. Sioma's here as well to pop up some purifications as well as repels.
The Storm can't be here because he's on cooldown, so he's going to for now. It's only 3 EG right now, so I think they do want to fight this, but...
Fisher's going to go through. Universe and Sumail are blocked. There's the repel. The LSA will do nothing, and Sumail will go down to the right click, and Universe Enchant on Echo Slam misses. And he will get away, but they still get a huge target. The highest net worth is Sumail will fall for 30 seconds. Arteezy's going to head through down towards that bottom lane. They might want to try to fight here. Frostbite's, rather, Crystal Nova's going to go. They've got the mech now for Universe ready. See,
that was such a big fish, man.
Strafe's going to come in. Solo's going to get caught. He'll pop the dust. The Hand of God. He'll stay alive because of it. 49 HP. They're going to chase after him. Skeleton Walk slowed down by that dust. Can he get out in time? There's the ball lighting coming through as well. They'll see him. They'll dust again, and Arteezy in trouble. The pole will fall through. He's not dead yet. There's the Earth Shock, and it looks like he will end up going down. And another pickup as he's in the enemy jungle too far. Gets too greedy looking for a kill, and he'll fall.
You know, if he actually ran north there instead of running left, he would have lived no matter what. An interesting choice there, but a small mistake there. It just even something so simple as choosing to run right is going to result in your death. He dies second time, getting Jinx. It's a little surprising.
This is the problem when you're a Clinks. You want to be aggressive in the jungle, but unfortunately, does not pay off for Arteezy. PPD getting pinged out bottom. It looks like they will get this tier 1 tower down here as no one is rotating in. And
that's basically the issue. They spend their whole time running after Arteezy, and then they're leaving some space bottom. EG plays it safe. They don't want to get caught there, but tower will get denied most likely.
Poshko's Mask of Madness. I've seen this a lot recently. Oh, they could have gotten that tower. The TP wasn't coming in from anybody. And he's going to get that last hit with the deny. But he might die because of this. His Fear is coming in. They've got the silence. Sioma is now on the run. He's going to drop the sentry. Universe is going to come out in delay in the Viscous Nasal Goo. He's going to pop the repel. Can they chase him down here with the repel up? It's pretty long duration still. They're going to right-click him now, and they're going to try to send him home. Guna Blade won't go. LSA will fly. He dies before he gets sent home. And now they're going to jump with a Blank Strike. There's the silence and Tricks of the trade. Will grab Arteezy to kill. So 2 quick deaths. And EG will back up, accomplishing at least a little bit here this bottom lane.
Kind of an interesting item choice for Ricky here. He goes for an Urn. I would have thought maybe an Aquila, but when you're playing a roaming style, Urns are really great for damage output since it does do 150 pure as you use it on your opponent. So if you take a hero that is limited on damage, throw an Urn on top of him, make more forceful damage. So he's looking damage max out. So get 1.25 extra damage per point that he gets. He's hitting for a amount of damage despite being a support.
Yeah, he's going to help with this Roche, and you can see it already. Some of the Centaur groups are coming in. They're going to TP here down to the bottom lane. They know this is happening. They're not going to make it in time, though, and EG will secure the fact that they have a Bristleback to get them this easy Roche. They're not actually taking it that quickly anymore. LSA's going to go ball lightning in, but they will get the Aegis. It'll be Clinks, and now no one is silenced up as well. Good Fisher. They're looking for the Echo Slam. They can't get in, though. The Arteezy's going to get Centaur Conqueror stopped. The LSA will actually cover his path. Arteezy still has the Aegis, by the way. Even if he gets dusted up, he will lose it. The Purification flew through, and actually, EG not the best fight. There's going to be this Sumail using his jewels up. There's going to pop the Guardian Angel as well. They've already lost Solo, but Sioma as well as Pasha going to work. Echo Slam, and it's going to be out of 2. Switch the trade going to work. Sioma's blocked in. Purification coming out as well. He's low. He's got no mana left to the tank. They're going to bring him down momentarily. On the other side, not Posh. Arteezy takes him down with his trade from the Searing Arrows. 3 dead. It's going to be 4 coming out as the Dragon Slave, and the last right click from Universe gets it done. Big fight coming out for Evil Geniuses. They take the Roche, they take the Aegis, they almost lose it to a snatch from Storm of Spirit played by no one, but they still get 4 kills nonetheless.
If you would have been able to grab that Aegis, think of it, we could have won that fight, but the reality is that he used a lot of his mana jumping in, and he wasn't able to fight, and they were lacking damage. Like, consistently across the team fight, Vega has great hero counters against EG. Guardian Angel, for example, stops Clink's damage, Bristleback damage, Ricky damage, all of those damage sources, but they didn't have anyone to do damage while they were staying alive there. It basically came down to the Ursa getting a bunch of kills, but as soon as his repel runs out, he has to play a lot more careful, and he gets kited a bit. So the Yules on Lina, buying them enough time that the Ursa was forced to retreat, and then there was basically just chase down Vega and get the kills one by one.
Here we go. Vega's going to head to their own Aegis stack here. Arteezy cleared it out with his newly minted Desolator. His death pack has run off. He's going to look for another one here in the jungle and see if he can find something. Mid, there's going to be a jump in. Sumail will Yules himself immediately. Now no one. Might be in trouble. Silences up as well. Frostbite LSA. He's dead immediately. Fisher comes out. Will stop them. But Arteezy's also taking down Solo on the backside with his Strafe. And he's looking for more Fear. Going to work on Sioma. He'll go ahead and pop the repel. The mech will come out from Universe. They'll try to right-click Sioma down. He'll be back behind the tier 2 tower. The Dragon Slave will come out. And now it looks like it will be another tower, especially with this Desolator coming out. The Fisher will stop it and slow it down with the Glyph. But still, it is another objective accomplished for Evil Geniuses here.
And it looks like Ricky's going to be maxing out Smokescreen next just because of the team fight ability it provides against Storm Spirit. Now, if somebody's repelled and under smoke, it doesn't cancel or it doesn't silence them or anything. But if the repell's not on that person, it can be very, very nice in terms of team fights.
Yeah.
70% miss rate is incredible. And it's an 11-second cooldown with a duration of 6 seconds. It's a great ability.
The radius gets bigger as well. It's not that much bigger, but still, any little bit helps, I think.
It makes a big difference, actually. If you know math at all, it's like, what, 2 pi r or whatever? Is that right?
Something like that. Do not ask me.
It's pi squared. No, because it has to be two-dimensional. So if we're calculating circumference, we want to figure out how much like area it covers. As you increase the radiance, it's exponential basically. So even though it only shows your radius going up by, even though the radius is only going up by 25, it's actually exponentially increasing the amount of area that it covers. So you have to be very careful in Dota when a radius of an AoE ability increases. It's like the difference between what AM multi is now compared to what it used to.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
All right, listen, guys. It doesn't matter. I have autism, so I'm pretty much, I don't really have to have this conversation. Everybody already knows about me.
Could they hear your audio, JJ? I just want to confirm. Okay, good. Because sometimes you talk and they can't hear it. And it's all right. Well, you got me. You do study math. I only like 1/3 study math, so you probably know better than me. But it's a lot of radius. That's what I'm trying to say.
I get it. I understand what you're saying here. Listen, I got that much at the very least.
They use a smoke mid. They are going to go for the Aether Lens Yules. No, he backed off just in time, so I think they thought that the smoke got spotted, but maybe could have tried to force it.
No one in the enemy jungle. New Blink has been picked up for Ursa. This could be a game changer for them, and they need something. They're very far behind at this point, almost 50,000. The Yules will come out. Can they get the Zealous-A? The answer to that question is absolutely. The Guna Blade was not needed, but they'll use it nonetheless.
That was
and
so
no one
cool.
will fall almost instantly. And Clinks also picks up a Desolator. So Diffusal Blade. So not only a Diffusal for Fear, maybe later on down the road, but jump in 9 Posh looking for Snail. Elsa will fly. He pops the range. They get the mech off in time. They're looking for an Necroslam force away, and Universe is going to be the one that's going to get chased down instead. But look at Solo get chunked down. Arteezy goes to work. He'll find Mag as well. Double kill comes through. Guess what? That Guardian Angel is late to the party, and Sioma gets destroyed by that Yule Scepter as it gets diffused off, and now they're looking for 9 Posh. He'll blink away, but 4 dead across the map, and that was really a 4-on-5 because guess what? Fear was top lane all the meanwhile, just getting farm, and that's it.
Damn, EG is wrecking this game. They're making this Ricky pick work out really solid. The ability to just back up and farm creep waves and then get a Diffusal Blade turns Ricky from a hero that's under farmed to a hero that has enough to basically compete with what he needs to do. He's still very weak to burst damage, but Vega's definitely lacking that in their lineup, so he's going to be useful this game.
Yeah.
Pretty cool to see.
He's been playing pretty solidly in terms of positioning. They'll take the tier 3 tower in this mid lane. Arteezy's going to get jumped on. He actually missed that last hit on the tower. There's the Enrage coming out, so he's not taking that much damage. He's going to try to get sent home. Look at that damage. The Yules will come out and will stop the send home as well. Now there's the Purification coming through. They get the repel off as well. No one's going to jump on into mail, but there's going to be an immediate silence coming up from Ricky. The Freezing Field to show them out as well. They bring no one down almost instantly, and Mag will be next. The Desolator, the right click, and GG is called. Evil Geniuses with the support Ricky make it work in beautiful fashion, and now Vega is down 0-1 here in this series.
The Ricky pick basically nullified everything that Chen could do. He was a part of a couple crucial kills, especially some ones where Storm got behind and got killed a couple times. And then the carry potential of Arteezy just became way too much for Vega to deal with. Like, you can't deal with a Clink super well if you have an Omni Knight, for example. Omni Knight does not do very much against tons and tons of physical damage. Yeah, he can ulti,